A fundraising drive by HDFC Limited, wherein they plan to raise. And not only that, they've also approved raising 1,896 crore rupees via QIP. What exactly is the rationale behind this fundraising? Where do they plan to deploy these funds? Let's go across to Poonam Sani, who is in fact joined by none other than KK Mistry himself on the latest round of fundraising. Poonam, over to you.
Thank you so much for this interview, sir. We understand that you're going to raise nearly around 11,000 crore via preference share issue to 10 investors, and also approximately 1,896 crore via QIP. Give us a few more details on the same.
See, some time back we had announced that we had a board meeting where we had announced an equity raise of 13,000 crores. And we said that out of that 13,000 crores, it will be a mix of preferential offer and QIP. So now, based on the discussions we've had with a few investors over the last couple of weeks, we have decided the name of investors whose names are now in public domain. That we mentioned, we've got a total of 11,000 crores, which is between 5 broad investors: GIC, KKR, Premji, Omers, and Kabiniak.
Just one clarification. Is the 1,896 crore via QIP over and above the 11,100 crore?
That is correct. That is correct. 11,100 crores represents the preferential offer out of the total of 13,000 crores. The balance, 1,890 odd crores, will be through a QIP issue for which there is time. So now the process that will be followed is that there is a postal ballot which is being called. Through the postal ballot, we are seeking approval of shareholders. We have to give a 30-day time period for that approval to be in place. Once that approval is received, then within 15 days, the preferential offer has to be closed. That's the SEBI rule. Now, as far as the QIP is concerned, we have much significant more time on the SEBI rules to do the QIP after the shareholder approval is in place.
What is the amount that you would be infusing or giving into, or investing rather, in HDFC bank? If you could just reiterate the same as well.
8,500 crores. Out of the total of 13,000 crores we are planning to raise, 11,000 will be through the preferential offer, which incidentally carries a 1-year lock-in period, and then the remaining 2,000 crores or 1,900 odd crores will be through a QIP issue, which will come at a later date. Out of the money that we raise, 8,500 crores will go into investing in HDFC Bank.
How would the rest of the funds be, in fact?
So obviously capital adequacy goes up depending on how much we invest in subsidiaries, because whatever we invest in our subsidiaries gets reduced from Tier 1 capital. But immediate impact of raising this equity is obviously that the capital adequacy will go up. But you must remember that the capital has not been raised as yet. At this moment, we only entered into an agreement with these investors, where we will allot them shares after the approval is received from the shareholders. So first we have to get a shareholder approval and any other regulatory approvals that are required, and then the allotment will take place. And what we will do with the remaining money, as we mentioned when we had the December meeting, is we are looking at a foray into health insurance. We believe that the health insurance sector in India offers huge opportunities for growth, so that would require some amount of capital. We have also said that we are looking at creating some kind of a stressed asset, either a fund structure or a corporate structure. That is the structure we will decide later, but something to do with stressed real estate. That's a core competence. We understand housing, we understand real estate, and we know that there will be several projects across the country where there is some stress, the developer is not able to complete the project. We can acquire those projects in an incomplete stage, get a good developer to complete the project, give it an HDFC brand, and then sell it at a higher price. So we believe there's a lot of scope in doing that.
Can we infer that from now on, the reason that you're also going ahead and raising so much of capital, is it that you feel fairly confident in terms of the credit growth opportunities that you are seeing into the system, not just for HDFC Limited, but also for HDFC Bank?
Well, HDFC Bank you'll have to ask HDFC Bank directly. But as far as HDFC is concerned, yes, we see huge growth opportunities in the sense that the mortgage market in India is so hugely underpenetrated. We have a young population. The scope to grow is massive. There are government incentives. Government's been encouraging people to buy houses. Government has been encouraging builders to build more of affordable housing projects. So as far as individuals are concerned, there are fiscal benefits that have been provided. In addition to these fiscal benefits, there is a subsidy scheme which is in place. So there are a lot of incentives that the government has given to encourage more people to buy houses. So I would be fairly confident that the demand for housing in India will remain strong for a long time to come.
So also tell us, would you be open to any inorganic growth opportunities, not just for HDFC Limited at the group level, but also in terms of your subsidiaries, and what would they be?
Well, we are certainly open to inorganic growth opportunities, whether it is at the HDFC level or at the level of any of our subsidiaries, but that depends obviously on the opportunity that is available. For example, in the general insurance business, we did some acquisition, or we did a merger about a year ago, or less than a year ago actually. So we have done, in the asset management business, we have done a couple of acquisitions in the past. So obviously these inorganic opportunities do come up from time to time, and if we have the capital, then it becomes a lot easier to do a transaction at that point.
Okay. When could we see the listing or any further progress or update, if you could help us on HDFC AMC?
Well, we have said that we plan to do an IPO. The board is going to meet a little later in the month when we will take a final call on the dates. But my sense is it will certainly be in calendar year 2018.